Everything around us is made up of tiny invisible atoms, and these atoms are made up of subatomic particles like electron, proton, and neutron. These subatomic particles carry electric charge. Electron carry a negative charge, proton carry a positive charge, while neutron is a neutral subatomic particle. When these electric charges move, they produce electric current, and the branch of physics that deals with the study of electric current is called electricity. Hello, it's me, KIRAN Raj, and in this video, we'll be looking forward to the introduction of the new chapter, chapter number 6, electricity. In the coming videos, we'll be talking about the electric charge, electric field intensity, electric field lines, capacitor, resistor, types of combinations like parallel and series combination, electric circuits, house circuits, and many more. Well, this video is only concerned about the introduction of the new chapter. In this video, we'll talk about what type of forces exist in this giant universe. When we talk about force, I hope that you remember that what is a force. But let me just recall it for you that what is a force. Force is a physical agent that changes or tends to change the state of a body. There are two types of forces existing in this universe, contact forces and non-contact forces. As the name itself suggests that contact forces are those which are produced or exist when two bodies or objects are in contact with each other, while non-contact forces are those which exist or are produced when two bodies are not even in contact with each other. There are very limited examples of non-contact forces existing in this universe, while there are a variety of examples existing in this universe which are contact forces. First, we'll start with the contact forces because this chapter is only concerned about the non-contact forces. For that, we'll just have a review of the contact forces first. First, we have the example of tension. As you can see in this image, the two boxes are hanged with a pulley via a string. The weight applied on these boxes is in the downward direction, and according to the Newton's third law, every action have its opposite and equal reaction. So the reactional force of weight is your tension, which is in the upward direction. So directly, indirectly, you can see that these boxes are in contact with the pulley via this string, and the tension existing in these bodies or in these boxes is a contact force. I hope that I am very clear with this. Well, let's move forward. We have the example of friction. As you can see in this image, a boy is pulling a box, and the boy is applying the force in this direction, and the friction applied on that box is in the opposite direction. It means that when two surfaces are in contact with each other, they produce a force called friction, which is always in the opposite direction of the motion of that body. Now, friction is also a contact force because it is only produced when two surfaces are in contact with each other physically. So, friction is also a contact force. Well, now let's just jump to what is a non-contact force. Non-contact force are of three types: gravitational force, magnetic force, and electrostatic force. First, we'll look forward what is gravitational force. Gravitational force concept was given by Sir Isaac Newton. He said that in his gravitational law, or Newton's law of gravity, he said that every body in this universe attract each other with a force whose magnitude is directly proportional to the masses of the bodies and inversely proportional to the square of the radius. Now, the gravitational force always exists between two masses, and the magnitude of that force is inversely proportional to the square of radius. In simple words, what does it mean? It means that when we talk about force between two objects, its magnitude is directly proportional to the masses of objects. It means that the greater the mass, the greater will be the force. And inversely proportional to the radius means that when the distance between the two objects will be smaller, so the force will be greater. This is all about gravitational force. But in this chapter, we'll only look forward the electrostatic force because current is always produced due to this force. Well, the next example of non-contact force is your magnetic force. Magnetic force is produced through a magnet. As you can see, these iron nails are attracted toward this magnet without any contact. There's no physical touch between the nails and the magnet, but still the magnet is attracting these nails toward itself. A magnet is a piece of iron or steel which attract the bodies toward itself, which are made up of iron, nickel, cobalt or steel, and produce electric field. So magnetic force is also a non-contact force because it is attracting. A magnet always attract bodies toward itself without any contact. This is also a non-contact force. Now coming to the third example of non-contact force, which is the most important of all because this chapter is completely relied on that non-contact force. That's your electrostatic force. Electrostatic force exists between two charges. Electrostatic force is of two types: electrostatic force of attraction and electrostatic force of repulsion. When two unlike charges are not in contact, but still when two unlike forces are near each other, they produce electrostatic force of attraction. While when two like charges like positive positive or negative negative, they produce electrostatic force of repulsion. Now the force which exists between two masses is your gravitational force. The force which exists between two magnets is your magnetic force, and the force which exists between two charges is the electrostatic force. The field around a mass is your gravitational field. The field around a charge is a gravitational field, and the field or a region around a charge is electrostatic force. So I hope that you are very clear about the concept of forces, what are contact forces and what are non-contact forces. Thank you so much. In the next video, we'll look forward what is electric charge and what are the electric field intensity, electric field lines.